I'm Mika, and welcome to Magickal Lifestyle, the Cottage Witch. And today we're talking my 2025 planner lineup. I love these videos, by the way. I love consuming these types of videos, and I couldn't wait to make my own. I'm also going to be introducing my planner, my Witchy Planner. It's called 2025 Witchy Planner, but that I've created for myself, which this is my second time creating a planner. If you're interested, there will be links in the description, including for the Witchy Planner, which I love. This is definitely going to be something that is a printable for now. At some point, I plan to get to a place where I have, bound books or something like that. But for now, I very much enjoy the ring, the disc system. I'm okay with maybe even a binder system, maybe. And I like to be able to have it in an A5 size because I sometimes switch off. But for now, it's a printable, it's a digital download. And that's good because you can use it, it's dateless, you can use it as much as you want, except for the year at a glance pages and the yearly planner pages. But before I get into that, I do just want to say this. When you're seeing this video, it's going to be around Yule time, right before Christmas time. And I just want to wish you all a happy winter solstice, a Merry Yule, and a Merry Christmas. So I wanted to get that out of the way. Here in my cottage, I am doing my rituals that I do around this time of year. So illumination is a big part of it, creating a sort of a warm glow in my home so the lights are up at night. It gets darker earlier, so that makes sense. My beverages that I consume around this time of year, so that's going to be my eggnog, dairy-free eggnog, and baking cookies and things like that. So that is something that's commencing right now. And also just, I guess, all the things that are associated with Christmas. But as me, a modern day cottage witch practitioner who also uses their own cultural traditions as well. So I'm doing a lot of that as well. And if you're interested in understanding what does that even look like, continue to watch this channel because I realize I call myself a cottage witch and it does confuse some people who don't understand why I would refer to myself that way. Because I am. And for me, cottage witchery has everything to do. You could call me, by the way, hearth witch, house witch, same type, different thing. At one point I referred to myself as domestic goddess. Same thing, but essentially I work with the energy of my home in a very real sense. So I really do work with my home's energy, and that's reciprocal. That's a big part of my practice. So me decorating for different seasons and the colors that I choose, the items that I put into my home, they're intentional and they're spiritual for me. So that's the easiest way to explain cottage witchery if you're not sure. Now, that's the unifier, me along with anybody else from a different ethnicity or maybe European descent. Where there is an interesting thing for me is because I grew up as a Black American. So I do work in the folk magic from my people into my practice as well, which goes really, it doesn't even feel like overlap. It just feels normal to me. Like it just feels, I don't know how to explain it. I guess some would say maybe some hoodoo. I do work with African orishas as well in my practice, as well as Hecate and others, Persephone, and Hestia. So I work with a lot of different energies, Egyptian as well, Hathor, and Yemaya, and I also work with Oshun. So yeah, before I even call myself a cottage witch, I work with Oshun. There are people who meet me and automatically assume I work with Oshun. They said I just give off that energy. I consider that the ultimate compliment. So if you think that and you're watching this, I appreciate it. But yeah, so part of my practice is also the planning. I like to have witchy planners. I like to have a planner that there's a space for me to write down that aspect of my life. And there's something where I don't have to use something else and make it witchy. So I just make my own planner so that it could be. I also use other planners, as you'll see in just a moment, but I honestly, I need that in my life. I need to be able to talk about rituals. I need to have what I call, and you'll see is my week of magic page, where I can write about spells that I'm working on. I can record spell results. I could jot down rituals or to-dos about running to the store or something like that. I have all of that in one place, or I can spread it throughout my planner because, as you'll see shortly, I have a lot of different options. But I'm going to be going over planners and journals and notebooks that I'll be working on. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, I enjoy making these videos because it's my favorite subject. I like anything papercraft. And yeah, let's get into it. So let's get into it. All right. So there's a lot of planners on here. And essentially, this is really just going to be 2 planners. But you need to understand. So going forward, this will be for my 2025 goals planner. I'll be using the daily grind. So right now, this particular, I like the cover for this one. And I love the disc for this one. So I'm going to be using this because pink is kind of my thing, my favorite color. I like what it represents. It's like, to me, pink is luxe. It is feminine, divine. It is power. Pink is my power color. So that's why I love pink so much. So I'll be using this cover. I will be using this cover as well. So this is my 2025 covers. However, what I'm currently using are in these books. So this is, yes, I bought the same book, the same cover for the holidays because I'm obsessed. So these pink divider pages actually go into this one, but I'm repurpose them here. And this is where I keep my content creation, my planners I use for that, and like extra blank paper, it goes here. Any projects that I'm working on right now. I have this advent calendar, which is like for self-care. It's really adorable. So like do something special, it says here, for yourself. So it's just like these cute little things to do. So I'm going to have something for January and I'll be placing it in these sections. And I got this after November, so I didn't do it. And it's like holiday prep list. It's a fun activity book essentially for adults. So I didn't use all of these because I got it sort of late, but it's okay for next year. But this is the real meat and potatoes. So these are the divider pages that came with this planner that I got for this one. And basically, this is my goals planner. So this is the daily grind. It's a planning system where you set up every day, you take the time and you write out your goals and what is the to-do per goal. And then you just mark off if you've done it, you almost did it, or you're working on it tomorrow. And there's even a schedule. So this has been super helpful for me. I've created these pages also to keep track of what I'm eating. So I'm doing like bullet journaling. I'm going to keep that up. This is my glow up tracker. I started this a few months back. It was a 4-month challenge. So I didn't check everything, but I'm doing okay. I'm doing better now. And then there's the budget tracker challenge. So I'll be, I'm not sure. I tried it out and I put information in here and started really trying to see if this makes sense. The thing that this helped me to decide is that I was spending way too much money on certain things that I know I shouldn't. So, I'll get back to it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'll have in that section, I'm going to use a monthly page. And if you're cute, they sell monthly pages for their planner. Let me show you what that looks like. But I'm going to be using the monthly pages to basically yeah, going forward, I want to make sure I find you a blank one that I haven't marked up. Yeah, I haven't done, yeah, this is December. I just set it up. I didn't put anything in here because I took a social media break from content creation as well. So this is their monthly pages. So I have the rest as well for January and so forth. So I'll be using this to just like to keep my bill as my bill tracker. I just need a monthly page. I realize I don't need an entire planner for all of that. So this is kind of a Frankenplan situation if you follow. So it'll be my goals planner where I write down my fitness, meal plans, any challenges I'm working on. And like I said, the budget tracker, my social media content creation is planned in here. Any other projects that I'm doing, holiday wise or otherwise, any other specific trackers that I'm doing goes in here. So that's that. But instead of using these covers, I will be using these two, if that makes any sense. On to the next. And this is my pride and joy, my 2025 Witchy Planner. So I have it in a happy planner cover. I've had this for years, and this is just my cute little, oop, we can't let her fall, my cute little decoration. So this is the Witchy Planner. This is what is available for sale over at leaptaken.com. So of course, you see this is laminated, and this is a digital, download printable. I printed this out and I laminated it. This is basic. This is exactly what you get. So I've printed out all the pages for the planner. So you get this. I've added my my name here. Yeah, this is the 2025 page where it's your year at a glance. Then you have your yearly planner pages. This is going to be great for writing out whatever, anniversaries, birthdays, events, things like that that you kind of plan out for the year. Followed by the 2026 page. Then I have an entire page full of details about each of the holidays on the wheel of the year. And it breaks down correspondences, dates, themes, basically, and symbolism, everything you might want to know at a glance about each of these holidays. Same thing here. You get that information about the moon phases, lunar phases here. And with a little bit more detail, we have when your first quarter, full moon, last quarter, new moon. All of that is here for 2025. Same thing with key astrological events for 2025. So I have everything from the date, the event itself, and the astrological meaning. And I have to have a book tracker because I read a lot of books. So, yeah, we got to write that down. So this is here. I love this page, by the way. One of my favorites. That leads us into the monthly planner portion, or monthly calendar, I should say. So you would just put here the month of, and you have spaces for notes, pretty wide spaces. I mean, this is 8.5 by 11 that I printed this on. So you have the column on the side, and it's undated. So you can, use this, just print it out and use this as much as you want. Then I have something called a witchcraft tracker that I've created. And it's sort of a witchy habit tracker. So you can keep track of, suggestions. These are all suggestions. You don't have to do these things, but a morning routine, midday, afternoon, evening, and during the whole day. Different things you can do to sort of fulfill your spirituality. A lot of times, I know I experience this, and this is something I knew I wanted in my planner, is a witchy habit tracker for the witchy things, for part of my spirituality. I didn't want to separate that. This is important to me. So I created something where if I choose to keep track, I can. And it's totally up to me. This is something for you. This is not something you have to share. This is not something, if you don't like these options, you can cross it out and create a new thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can do whatever you want with this, but I have basically, I think, things that are something that you can do. Maybe not everything every day, but maybe you're maybe you're purposeful or intentional that day about, let's say, journaling or reflection, or taking care of your altar. That's something you want to make sure that you're doing. So there's a space for that. Next is the manifestation planner. This is key. This is gold right here. I love this. So a vision board is wonderful. I love doing vision boards. I like doing vision board in a book. I like doing on an actual like poster board. Doesn't matter. I'm a fan of them. However, sometimes I like to get to the nitty gritty about what I'm manifesting. That's basically, this worksheet helps me take care of that. I can just put a picture here on what I want to manifest. It doesn't have to be words. It might be a picture. Sometimes there's an ideal that we're attracted to. It's not necessarily something that we can even articulate, but this planner can help you get to that so you can know what it is that you're actually wanting. More about that in other videos on manifesting, but some of us have a habit of saying we're manifesting certain things, a certain lifestyle, but we really don't want it. We think we're supposed to do that. That worksheet can help you sort of arrive at that before you spend so much time trying to work on something and casting spells and so forth. Nevertheless, there's a mood tracker. This is a recent thing for me, getting into mood trackers. I like them. So I left plenty of blank space for you to create your own definitions and colors key. But I did give some suggestions, and this is just a whole year on one page. So I love the mood tracker. The planner does come with divider pages, which I adore, and I laminated mine. The weekly planner. Love the weekly planner. There are times I know exactly what's happening during that week. I can put it here, everything from doctor's appointments, coven meetings, rituals, whatever. It's all right here. Phone calls. I can use this for business, for readings, schedule it here. Perfect for me. And there's a nice big chunky section here for notes, for additional information. So I love that. Another, sorry about the light, another page, divider page, which I just love these. And then there's the daily planner. So my daily planner is pretty straightforward. I'm a to-do list kind of gal myself, so I like to sort of just write down what needs to be done, any additional notes, and what's priority. So love these pages. And another cool divider page. There's 5 divider pages altogether, by the way. Then I created a dream journal because within the planner, why not be able, sometimes you need a place. I've been someone I've had different books for different things, but I'm getting to the point I kind of want everything together in one place. This is perfect for me. So yeah, this is pretty straightforward. What happened in the dream, any additional notes, and what is your interpretation? And you would write that here. So pretty straightforward, easy to write in. And then you have here another divider page. And then there's the daily tarot oracle pages. So this is where your daily pull, if you want to pull a card, you write it here. If you have several cards, you can do that. You can use stickers in these spaces as well. If you have stickers for your tarot oracle cards, you can definitely put them here. What is the card's message? And finally, you would just write down your interpretation. Then we have another divider page, which is one of my favorites. And my week of magic. So this is where it's a dedicated space within the planner for me to write down spell results, any kind of work I need to do, anything specifically involving magic, but I plan to use mine specifically for spell results, signs, symbols. You can use stickers here. You can print out a picture of something and print it out and place it on here, whatever it is. This can become something. And notice I just have Monday through Sunday. There's no actual dates. You can put the date or not. But if you're working something on a Monday and you're trying to see the results, so you can use like a page per spell or per ritual, so you can understand if you're getting any communication, if you had any dreams, you can sort of cross-reference it here. So now you have a diary of that information. I print out a couple of these. And something I personally have recently gotten into, which is the end of month reflection. My goals planner introduced this concept to me, and I'm so grateful because I do enjoy having a space where I can write out my top 5 accomplishments, things I have to learn, things I have to change, and next month's priorities. This has been helpful to me as far as actually getting some of my goals accomplished. And finally, because you can use this planner however you like, and I like fully customizable options for myself, let alone anyone else, I have some notes pages, but I also printed it so it's set up in just a white background versus color if you kind of just need the space. And you can do whatever you want with this and write down any additional notes. And then finally, there is the back cover. So the planner actually has a back cover. And yeah, Leap Taken Witchy Planner. So this is the planner, my Witchy Planner. Hopefully, this is something that might be really helpful to a lot of us who are looking for something that can help. Now, I do just want to say this. Prior to using this planner, I've been using an A5 planner, still with my Cottage Witch planner. That's a planner that I custom made myself over a year ago. So this is what I use regularly. This is it. So I have, I keep the back cover and front cover in here, as you can see. So this is the back and this is the front. So this is still available for sale. It's called the Cottage Witch Planner. But yeah, this has some personal stuff, and I haven't been writing in here. Honestly, I've not done any spells lately. So for as of shooting this in December, but I'm about to get into some stuff, so I will be putting it in here. But yeah, this is the planner that I currently use, and I've been using all year. I think it's the only planner outside of the Happy Planner that I've consistently used year round, because I usually switch off. I'm very excited, and I chose to go from the A5 to a big Happy Planner size, or 8.5 by 11, because honestly, I like the space, and I feel like I need more space. So I've been doing fine with this, but I've changed things up and added some additional elements, and I'm going to need more space, but I do love a good A5. Here's the thing. If I get bored with such, these larger pages, I will reprint in my A5 because I have a bunch of these covers. So it means nothing to me to switch over as long as I'm still using the same planner. As for journals, magical journals, grimoires, and as such, this is something I'm actively using. So this is a children's book. I actually got it from Amazon if you're interested, wizardology. And I created what I call the dark half of the year Book of Shadows. If you want to see how I did a lot of these pages on my other YouTube channel, Leap Taken, you can definitely check that out there on how I set this up. So I started with Samhain because that would be the dark half of the year, and I've added these pages. I basically converted these pages completely to something else. And yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this, by the way, and flexing my creative muscles, creativity with this. So this is like the tarot spread page for Samhain. And, this kind of behaves as if an altar, and, there's a lot of flip ups, and I just converted all of the, trying to open it up. I converted a lot of the items here to my own thing, as you can see. And even this, so if you check out the characters, you see who this is, right? Hopefully you do. It's a Wednesday. So yeah, this has some cool things in here, if I can get these open, of the different sigils and things like that I've created on here as well. Oh wait, this stays. I'm thinking it lifts up. It doesn't. Anyway, that was a sticker that I put on here. But anyway, yeah, I added all these additional elements on this page. And this is something I'm going to continue into January, February. So this is basically a portal, and you have affirmations. I left this here. So these are the different affirmations and things like that. And then beyond Samhain is where I start, where I created these sigils and left these pages blank so I can write additional information and for inner peace and self-love, and this picture reflects that to me. That's why I use that. So yeah, so going forward, I will continue to use this for December, January into February. So this is my dark half of the year book of shadows. Okay, and this is my Cottage Witch grimoire, which I'm going to be using. This is actually my, when I say mine, I mean, I made this. This is available at leaptaken.com if you're interested. So basically it's note pages, and I've already started using it for notes and things like that, but I have different types of paper that I use, and various notes and things like that. I take a lot of different classes or seminars and things like that, summits that I'll participate in. Like, yeah, I did something on there, wrote the notes in. But anyway, I even had, I don't know if this is picking up, but this is grid paper. So you get 3 different types of paper. This is the back of the planner, by the way, or the journal. Grimoire, I can't talk. Anyway, so you get this antique finish. It just says Leap Taken here at the bottom. And then, and this is a digital download, the lined paper, and of course the grid paper. So this is also something that, I mean, I could call it a magical notebook, but essentially it's where some people call it a commonplace book, but basically things that I read, things that I pick up, I'm going to be keeping it in here going forward. So I've technically already used some of those pages. I'm going to discard those and start fresh for 2025. And I'm going to print up some more pages. And then this will just be my, magical notebook of just basically, it'll appear random if someone saw it, but I'll do everything from printing pictures and putting it in here. I might, I'm going to create a vision board also in here as well and dedicate this for 2025. But yeah, I really like my notebook. I like this a lot. So I love this cover, and this is also a printable. So I laminated it. So, you know, you would be able to do the same thing if you'd like or not. But also it could be used on an iPad. Let me show you. This is what I meant. So I'm using GoodNotes for this, but you can use whatever notes app. And actually I said iPad, but it can be any tablet that you choose. But yeah, this, you can use the planner here as well. So everything is just laid out. This is where it's going to get a little different because, you know, it's 2 separate pages. But outside of that, everything else is right here for you. And you can, of course, rearrange and set it up as you want. But yeah, you can do, you know, use it the same way. You can, you know, have an Apple Pencil here, and you can create notes on here and so forth. I even have the divider pages here, so you can set this up as you like and add tabs or however you want to go about it. But all of that is here for digital. If you are interested, if you prefer to use something on your iPad, because I realize not everybody is a paper person. They prefer have something digital, and I have that for you. So if you're interested in using that, this is just simply a download. And like I said, I'm using GoodNotes, so you can use whatever notes app you want and use the planner that way. Okay, so that's everything I'm using. So if you are interested, again, you can go to leaptaken.com. The link's in the description to get the planner. So again, I'm doing, I have a version for my iPad. You can use it that way. You're going to need a notes app. So in my case, it's GoodNotes. My Cottage Witch grimoire, so I'll be using this going forward. Also available for sale, and everything's very reasonably priced. These are digital downloads, something that you can use over and over again. Now, I have my Witchy Planner and a Happy Planner, and this is my first time in a very long time using 8.5 by 11 planner, but this is the planner. And I'm really looking forward to starting in January. I was going to start in December, but I want to finish off completely in December before I move over. Now, this does change how I've approached like stickers and all that sort of stuff, but it's also a fun challenge because on my monthly page in my Witchy Planner, if you recall, it's a relatively blank space. I can go sticker crazy with that one. on those pages, and also on my Week of Magic pages. I can definitely add stickers there, and those stickers will correspond with the magic that I'm working on. So I'm really excited about that. Then there's, of course, my goals planners, which currently, as of December, I'm using these really cool covers. These are two different things in here, but you know, my mind works the way it works. No judgment. Anyway, so this is basically a goals planner, my meals planner, my glow up. I'm doing a glow up challenge. I've been doing it. I'll be done in January actually, and I do believe I've glowed up. So yeah, I think it worked. But yeah, I will have that in here. Any other sort of challenges or trackers, anything I'm working on, any kind of challenge. It doesn't have to be like glow up. It could be a writing challenge or whatever I'm doing. It goes in here. Budget. I'm doing monthly pages for my content creations, and doing a bit of bullet journaling. So I'm really being creative with these. I'm using the goals planner and how they have it set up, but I'm using the blank pages to really kind of build my own thing. However, I won't be using those covers in January. I'll be using this one. Also, this is the Daily Grind if you're interested. And this one also, it's like they call this their Luxe Edition. This just has some planner guts in it and empty pages. I'm going to switch it out. But yeah, this is what I'm using for then. And of course, my Dark Half of the Year grimoire is a little too big to be holding up on screen from this angle, but I'll be using that. So let's talk Book of Shadows and grimoires. This is something I've thought about. So I really want to get into this. I tried doing sort of like taking a happy planner and creating that as a magical planner, meaning whatever I did that month, I would take like a picture of a candle or something that I've created, or even me dressed in my ritual attire, and just, you know, basically journal, almost like a memory keeper for my magical work. Well, I stopped doing it. I realized that I'm not somebody who's going to keep up. And I kept thinking, oh, it doesn't matter. I can come back to it. But the longer I went, I didn't come back to it. So a commonplace book where everything from everything from writing down quotes from a book to, you know, me printing out something or copying something I saw online and pasting it into those pages works for me. I love having the grid paper because if I want to do any kind of sigils or things like that, I can put that there. And the antique pages, I can use different colors as far as pens and markers and highlighters. The line pages helps if I just want to do just straight writing across the page. Any sort of, even though I have a place for a daily card pull, I can also use that for any sort of tarot spreads that I do for myself and I want to record, or I mean, sometimes with family, close family, not all family, I may do a reading for them and I'll just jot some notes down because they think I remember. I don't. Like I've channeled, I've given the messages, it is out of my head. I have since talked to so many other different people and I've given them readings, let alone myself. I am not focused on them. They don't think that. They think I'm holding all of their data. I'm not, but I do have a place I can write that down because I have found they will come back and ask me about it later. So I want to respond and say, yeah, we did talk about, you know, you're taking a journey or something like that, because I don't remember. Now, other Book of Shadows grimoires. It's me. I know I'm going to start other books, but coming into 2025, it was really important for me to kind of have an idea, just a baseline of what am I using for planners, for journals, grimoires, and so forth. So I'll complete the Dark Half of the Year Book of Shadows. That's really important to me. And it's also a place for me to flex my creativity, so I want to continue to do that. I have my magical notebook, the Cottage Witch grimoire. I love the cover on that one so much. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be using that as sort of magical notebook, magical commonplace where it's going to be like a hodgepodge of information as I go through the year. The good news is I can print as much as I want and I have the larger disc to keep that on. And honestly, I'm perfectly fine with that. And then I do have other Book of Shadows and things like that I'm still like, I have a pop culture. I keep that on my on my GoodNotes app on my iPad. I do use that and I update that occasionally. That's just an ongoing thing. Didn't feel the need to show that because it's never ending. Um, and I also have another one that I'm just about completed with, and that will deserve, that's an entirely different video of just flipping through this completed book. And a lot of the pages that I've done over in 2024, I've actually recorded on my other channel, leaptaken.com. It's been around longer, so it has more stuff on it. But here, I thought this was a cozy, I love the vibe that I've created here for Magickal Lifestyle of a Cottage Witch, because this is part of it for me. Being able to have magical record keeping, that's a big part of my practice. So it made sense that I would talk about that on this channel. So that's why I'm here talking about it. So as far as that witchy habit tracker page that I have, the witchcraft tracker, I have a feeling I will be updating that as 2025 goes on and creating new pages for specific witchcraft. So I've already, after I did, I wanted to keep a broad thing, just witchcraft, but I'm thinking I'm going to make something specifically for the Cottage Witch, Hearth Witch, House Witch, yeah, Green Witch. So stay tuned for that because I feel like I want something specific to me. But when that releases, I'll have some other goodies as well. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. This was just a very cozy, fun video talking about this. I really like planners. So I don't know if you picked up, but I'm not using a happy planner. This is a big deal for me. I've been a loyalist when it comes to the happy planner. And I still like it. I mean, I love the rings. That's my favorite part. However, I'm just not, there was nothing there for me. I created something for myself, and then the goals planner is totally different, and it's not happy planner at all. It's like a legend, I think, what is it called? A legend planner or the passion planner. I think those are like goal-centered type planners. It's like that. So 10 goals you set for maybe the month or a 4-month period, whatever you're working on. And every day you attempt to do something to reach that goal. So I love that system. And I've had trouble thinking of 10 goals. And I think what I'm going to do for 2025 is, instead of making myself crazy, because I've actually accomplished some of the goals that I started off on, I'm very happy about that. And I think what I'm going to do is just really stick to a good 5 and kind of have like really small, easy to do, just to make myself feel better goals. Like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something like something I know I'm going to do, like my hair care, growing my hair longer. That's been something that I've been committed to do. And I did. It used to be shorter. So I've been growing it in. And yeah, so I could put something like that. And, part of growing your hair is maybe using, hair growth oils. Maybe I make them using certain shampoos or, just having a regimen and keeping up with that, which is something I already do. So making sure I retighten my locks as needed and to keep my hair healthy. So yeah, that's something and using like, beeswax hair color, like a color wax as opposed to actually dyeing my hair to save my hair on my head. So that sort of stuff. So like the point is that like that's not something every day, I could say, oh, a scalp massage or something like that. And I'll have a picture like on the note pages of what it looks like, or maybe I'll like take a measuring tape and measure my hair. And then, I now have a goal. Maybe I want to get to a certain number of inches within a 4-month time span. You see what I'm saying? Like something that is like a low stakes goal. It's more or less for my ego than anything. We need that. Some of us witches need that, okay? Life is hard. Right? There's a lot going on. Sometimes you just need a win. You need an easy win. So I think I'm going to do like 5 easy wins and 5 more aspirational type goals that are going to require a lot of effort on my part, a lot of work. But I'm up for that for 2025. So thank you so much for watching. Again, I am Mika, and this is Magickal Lifestyle of a Cottage Witch. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have any questions about cottage witchery or the planners or anything like that, let me know in the comments. Bye.